What is going on, friends? It is Saturday at 4 p.m., and you know what that means. It's time to explore Eorzea. Last time we had just finished with the Bowl of Embers. We were moving into the Grand Companies, trying to give us their whole spiel and recruit us. And, we're going to pick the flames, and we're going to go grab a chocobo, so that's going to speed us up a little bit. We're also going to actually go back and look at the cutscene from Ifrit that we skipped because it's so long and we didn't want people to wait for us. One of our friends, Snowy, did see that the Bowl of Embers video was available in the duty section, not where I was thinking it was. So when we go back to Ul'dah, we'll take a look at that. But for right now, we're at the Waking Sands. We're just going to talk to Minfilia, get a few things finished up. We're actually really close to being able to unlock jobs as well. So I think maybe what we'll do today is we'll get this wrapped up. We'll go to Ul'dah. We'll unlock the 3 jobs: Black Mage, Paladin, and Monk. And we'll just see how we go from there. Okay. Welcome back, Eorzeon. Were the Grand Company's leader's words as illuminating as you had hoped? Aye, each nation is beset with problems. I trust you see now why your services are in such demand. Would that there were more of you, Eorzeon. There are so many Warriors of Light. But you must be tired from your journey. Why don't you rest a while and take a moment to reflect on your decision? Once your mind is made up, pray give the Grand Company officers your answer.
The gods only know what grand company our adventurer friend will keep. The wheels of change are in motion regardless.
Brother, are you certain this course is best?
Whatever do you mean, dear sister?
The so-called remembrance ceremonies were little more than standard waving rallies.
I mean, she's got a point.
As though the Calamity and Seventh Umbral Era warranted scarcely a mention.
Well, of course they were standard waving rallies. Since you are so observant, mayhap you noticed what mention was made of the Warriors of Light? None. I suppose they must have forgotten the heroes who spared Eorzea a fate worse than the Calamity? No, dear Alize, they haven't forgotten these details. They have elected to omit them. Deep are the wounds the Calamity inflicted upon Eorzea. So deep, in fact, that the realm still bleeds.
So we have the question, why does Alphino have such a punch-in-the-face voice in English? And to be honest, I'm guessing that they gave them the direction to be kind of snooty sounding. Because, I mean, they come from a pretty well-to-do family. And I think they were going for the whole, like, transformation of them from highbrow to, actually empathetic and understanding.
Needless to say, the beast tribes and their primals do little to alleviate the pain. So, the task of salving Eorzea's wounds falls to the scions of the Seventh Dawn, with a little help from our friends, the Grand Companies. Remembrance will yield no remedy. If our world is to heal, we must put the horrors of the Calamity behind us.
Our grandfather would never entrust the fate of the realm to despots who rewrite history to their convenience. There must be another way to cure what ails this world, and I mean to find it.
Yeah, it's true. It is only an ARR. I do feel like the way that they act is also different. Starting then.
You are most welcome to try. Our paths may differ, but our destination is the same. In time, I dare say we will see eye to eye.
I should hope so.
My lady! We are to escort you!
Hope does not come into it. We share the burden of this fate, dear sister. and will prevail together or not at all. The salve will serve not only to close up our present wounds, but prevent old ones from opening anew.
Alright, so we got our choice here, but you know, we gotta go flames. Started in Ul'dah, free companies in Ul'dah. Welcome back, adventurer. I take it General Raubon's words kindled a fire within you? Not really, but... Excellent. I feared that the incident with the traitor may have soured your opinion of us. It gladdens to see me that this isn't the case. But before we can count you as one of our own, you must be formally inducted into our ranks. With soot-black dye. Please proceed to the Hall of the Flames and identify yourself to the personnel officer. I will notify him of your coming. With your strength joined to ours, we shall surely prevail over our enemies, be they beastmen or Imperials. Alright, so let's roll over to good old Ul'dah. Alright, first things, we got Thaumaturge Guild to report in, we've got Little Alamigo, so that's not, but we have Gladiators Guild. So let's hit up, oh hey guys. Let's hit up the Thaumaturge Guild just because I'm a Thaumaturge right now. Nice, we got a full party. Welcome back, Eorzeon. I'm glad to see you making a habit out of not dying. Me too. Before we discuss your trial further, however, I would ask you about Kokobusi. When I saw him but a few moments ago, he seemed odd. Well, odder than usual. Do you happen to know aught of it? If you'll remember from the last quest we did, he had taken Mormo's urn and opened it. Kokobusi joined me at my trial. Busi was at your trial? It is extraordinarily dangerous and foolish to interfere with the Thaumaturge's training. I shall have to scold him most heartily. Such unpleasantness aside, I'm impressed that you claimed victory in spite of this unexpected development. The teachings of the Yawning Abyss have served you well. With your experience and control thus demonstrated, I believe you're ready to add a new spell to your repertoire, Scathe. This elementally neutral blast of force will prove effective against all manner of opponents. As I am sure you're eager to test this incantation's efficacy, I shall grant you leave to return to your training. I pity the next hostile creature that crosses your path. Could get some new gear. We'll go with that. Scathe is one of like the most powerful spells in FF12. This has got to be super powerful. Hits for 100. Aww. Alright, let's do a quick gear check. I can cast it while moving, yes, it's true. But, I mean, that's more of an ability that I'm only using in niche situations. Eorzeon, you're safe! I feared you had fallen victim to the Mage Slayer. Have you not heard of the recent spate of gruesome killings taking place within Ul'dah? Each case involves at least one dead Thaumaturge, and every corpse is found bloody, battered, and utterly drained of etheric energy. Ill tidings aside, I'm glad to see you alive and glowing with vitality. It is time for you to delve into the final chapter of the Yawning Abyss. Kokoboha, our second youngest sibling, will read to you from the Threat of Perplexity. What you got for me, Boha? Greetings, Eorzeon. Are you once more prepared to peruse the pages of power and peril? Then let us begin. The Threat of Perplexity. Ah, how magnificent the daunting power we wield. Flames pursue ice. Flames pursue, ice transfixes, and lightning dances into the ranks of our enemies. But what terror descends when, from all sides, those ranks close, flames are smothered, ice crushed, and lightning grounded. Know you this threat, and wear the multitudinous foe. Is the point of this passage readily apparent? It would be most problematic, for example, should you meet this malefic mage slayer, and he or she proves to be multiple murderers. What a thaumaturge needs is a thickest thrall, or courageous companion. Oh, sorry, is a thick-set thrall, or courageous companion to accompany him in cases where collective cronies are expected. Now, as for your trial, Kokoboha! Pray allow me to suggest a practical course for Eorzeon's training. Oh, Boosie. The town is buzzing with the news of yet more slaughtered thaumaturges, their mutilated bodies found fouling the waters of Nafika's wells. I would have Eorzeon aid me in hunting down the culprit while the trail is yet fresh. Eorzeon may have tolerated your interruption of his trial the last time, Boosie, but you are hardly the hardy henchman he needs to clear such a hazardous hurdle. Your concerns are understandable, brother. If it would allay your fears, I can introduce Eorzeon to a valiant warrior who recently entered my employ. You have secured the services of a stalwart swordsman? Then that would indeed be in line with the learning the lesson of the day. Perhaps... Come now, Eorzeon, let us be about our business before Kokoboha has a change of heart. I'll be waiting for you in Nafika's wells. He's emphasizing a lot of words. Was that Kokobusi? Yep. Wait a minute. I'm like the same height as him. And yet I'm like looking all up over his head. Crazy. First person be janky. Alright, that's in Nafika's Wells, which is Western Thanalan, but we're gonna go over to the Hall of the Flames, talk to Rabon or Swift? Personnel officer. Neither. Oh, by the way, Snowy, did you get the free company invite? What brings you to the Hall of the Flames this morning, adventurer? My name is Eorzeon Exploreon. I believe you are expecting me. Ah, I thought as much. You are just our man at the Waking Sands described. It is an honor to meet you, sir. Now, in order to formalize your... Sir! Speak, Private. Imperial, sir. They fired on a Highwind Skyways airship. Scouts say he's coming down to the west, near Horizon's Edge. Of all the times for this to happen! Eorzeon, there's no time for formalities. The Immortal Flames need your help now! We're in the midst of a large-scale operation against the Eorzea, and we have no one to spare in Western Thanalan. You must get to that ship before the Garleans do. If there are any survivors, see that they do not come to further harm. Now go! I had sent an invitation, but I guess it timed out or something. So let's see. Invite to company. Boom. There you go. That one is also in Western Thanalan. How fortuitous. But let's go. Oh, actually, let's pick up this blue quest right here because this will introduce us to the Gold Saucer. One of the best areas to be in. Do be careful with those. Break anything, and I shall be forced to deduct it from your salary. Beg pardon? What is my loyal manservant carrying? Why, a not-so-small fortune and prizes ably won by yours truly in the Gold Saucer. You have heard of the Gold Saucer. Nay? You gads men! You might at least try to keep up with the times. It's only the Sultanate's newest and finest place of entertainment. Wait a minute, the Sultanate's... Thrills to the sight of majestic birds roaring down the straits at the chocobo races. Pit your wits against your peers at the triple triad tables. At the Gold Saucer, one can do all this and more, and if you know what you're about, you'll walk out the wealthier man than you entered. If there's a better place to shake off one's cares after a grueling day of promenading, I've never heard of it. Did I mention that the female attendants are particularly easy on the eye? A wink wink. But I dare say you'd rather discover them for yourself. Yes, I'll wager you're wondering just how in Thal's good name you can experience the wonders of the Gold Saucer firsthand. Am I right, or am I right? Ha, well, I thought as much. Well, since this has been my lucky day, I don't see why it shouldn't be yours too. I just so happen to have a spare golden airship ticket, you see. Consider it a gift from one eligible young man about town to another. Just show that ticket to the lovely girl in the uniform over at the landing, and you'll have a seat on the next airship bound for revelry and riches. Be fairly warned, though. You may expect no mercy from me should our paths cross at the triple triad tables. Nay, not so much as an owns. Ha ha! Alright, that is at the airship landing. Yeah, so what's the text for females? I'd love to hear the difference. You know what? Let's see, there's nothing else that we need to do in Ul'dah itself right at the moment. Oh wait, Gladiators Guild. So we'll hit the Gladiators Guild first, and then we'll go to the airship landing. We'll go to the Gold Saucer, check it out for a bit. Do kind of the introductory stuff. Get our cactpot going. Let's see, did I mention the prizes? Ah, but I dare say you'd rather discover them for yourself. Yes, I'll wager how you're wondering. Oh, so he just doesn't mention the ladies at all. So let's see, Gladiators Guild. I should probably be a gladiator. Makes sense. Give me a moment, Eorzeon. I need to think. I wanted to spare you this, Mila, but I begged you not to go. You knew all this? That Leovold had... Leovold and I once fought side by side in the Colosseum. The twin swords of Nalthal, they called us. Never lost a match. Honored by the Bull of Alamigo himself. But that was then, and this is now. When I learned Leovold single-handedly transformed the Alacran from a gang of common thieves into the most feared criminal organization in Thanalan, I knew I had to return. It seems like a lifetime ago that the three of us used to train together in this hall. The Leovold I knew would never stoop so low. He was a good man, strong and true. What would drive him to do this? When I find him, I'll be sure to ask. Unfortunately, he seems determined to kill me for my curiosity. What aren't you telling me all this? I'm not clever enough to keep secrets, my dear. I'm a simple man, only capable of dealing with what's right in front of me. Is that so? I'll find him, Mila, I promise. Alright, let's see. Whoa. Oh, because I'm probably not wearing... Wait, yeah. It's time for a new helmet, yo. Oh yeah. Look at that style. Alright. Eorzeon, I must apologize for my earlier behavior. As First Sword, my duty is not only to foster your growth as a gladiator, but to also protect you from dangers that you are not yet ready to face. I did not know that Leovold had become the leader of the Alacran. Had he chosen to bear his steel at us, many and more would have not returned alive. I need to know why he's turned to a life of crime, and so I've ordered my best men to scour Thanalan for any trace of his whereabouts. Thanks, Reese. Unfortunately, one of them has disappeared. I have strong suspicions that he has been taken prisoner by the Alacran, or worse. If there's any hope of saving him, we must act quickly. I would have you search for our missing comrade. His last report stated that he was tracking the Alacran near the Hammers in western Thanalan. Oh my goodness, how fortuitous. If you go there, you may yet find some clues to his fate. I've been far too reckless in recent days, and let too many good gladiators come to harm. Please, Eorzeon, find our missing comrade and bring him home safe. Alright, so next stop, airship landing. We're gonna jump into the Gold Saucer. Airship landing. Here's the lovely lady. This is the reception desk for flights bound to the Manderville Gold Saucer. Before proceeding, I must ask that you submit your ticket for inspection. You do have a ticket, yes? Allows the bearer passage on Highwind Skyways private charter flights to and from the Manderville Golden Saucer. It appears that everything is in order. An airship will be departing shortly before the next bell. Shall I reserve a seat for you? Of course you shall. Look at that. If the whole base of that is the actual gold saucer, then, like, this is all just adornment. That's crazy. What a fancy place. Cactuars everywhere. Hey, Zeffy, how you doing? Oh, dang. Guy's buff. I didn't realize that this, like, intro cutscene was so long. Good heavens. I'm doing well. I'm excited that Halloween is over, you know. Get some actual R&R now from all the chaos. And 10,000 pounds of candy sitting in my room now. The Metal Gear Solid is now available. Alright. Welcome to the Manderville Gold Saucer, where all your dreams can come true. You can earn stuff with MGP, blah blah blah. You can do prizes. Okay, so there's a couple things we need to do first off the bat so that we can make sure that our exploration of this place is optimized. We want to first talk to this person to start the everything quest for knowing where stuff is. Welcome our guest to the Manderville Gold Saucer, where your wildest dreams are ever but a card or chocobo's beak away from coming true. If this is your first visit, nothing would please us more than to give you a full tour of our establishment, that you might enjoy its wonders to the fullest. At the conclusion of the tour, it is our custom to offer our esteemed patrons a complimentary gift, straight from the vaults of our illustrious proprietor himself. Consider it Lord Manderville's way of personally thanking you for your patronage. Should you wish to take the tour, pray proceed to the main counter over there and speak with the receptionist. On behalf of the management, may I take this opportunity to thank you for choosing the Gold Saucer. Rest assured, my colleagues and I will spare no effort in seeing that your visit is a pleasant and profitable one. May fortune smile upon you. We got 4 people welcoming us here. Escape reality, live the fantasy. Alright. But I don't want to work in the silver mines. He's like, it's only for a few moons, then my debt will be paid. Oh my goodness gracious, you're enslaving your child for your own debt? You're terrible. Hey, we've seen those before. Far, far in the future. Abelina. Welcome to the Gold Saucer, honored guest. There's no end to the wonders within these halls. Pray don't be shy about partaking in them. Amicia. Here at the Gold Saucer, we strive to make all your dreams come true, even the dreams you never knew you had. Teehee, that sounds worse than it should. First thing we want to do is grab this Ethernet shard. Alright, so one thing, if you have the gil for it, because you don't have any MGP right now, and you won't ever get the chance to do it again, is just to welcome to the Gold Saucer. If you're looking to exchange your ordinary old gil for shiny new MGP, you come to the right place. Buy from him. So you can buy up to, let's see, 500, I think. And you won't ever be able to do it if you have more than that, so that's the only time you can use it. Welcome, traveler, to the Gold Saucer. This is the main counter where you can purchase tickets for the mini cactpot, acquire and redeem Manderville Gold Saucer points, and much, much more. But what in the world are Manderville Gold Saucer points, I hear you cry? A most astute question, and one which I will be happy to answer. But first, if I may direct your gaze to your left. Beyond those majestic gates, you will find Chocobo Square, home to the Chocobo Racing Circuit. Aye, what Chocobo owner has not dreamed of pitting their fleetest bird against the realm's finest in a pulse-quickening dash for fame and fortune? Truly, it is the sport of sultans. Hi! Oh, hello. And should you desire a more elaborate contest of strategy, you will surely find it in Minion Square, at the Lord of Verminion tables, where would-be generals pit armies of minions against one another in battles for honor and glory. Now where were we? Ah yes, Manderville Gold Saucer points. Put simply, MGP, as we call it for short, is the currency by which dreams are bought and sold within these halls. But my associate here beside me can tell you more, including how to acquire MGP of your very own. Speak to him to continue your tour, which I did. But I will still have to do it for the sake of moving the quest along. So you're about to experience the wonders of the Gold Saucer for the first time. You'll want to exchange your share of gil for MGP. With MGP in your coin purse, you'll be able to enjoy all the fabulous attractions and all the wonderful games if you play them with skill, and find your little stack of points increasing 10, 20, and even 100-fold. Now that you know the fundamentals, you're ready to step out onto the floor of the Gold Saucer. Continue at the card square to the west. Yeah. It's kind of all the same stuff. But before we go all crazy all over the place, we'll take it kind of in a clockwise pattern. All these people want to play triple triad. He got beaten. Oh, the cards are in my favor today. You'd best bring one of your finest decks against me, friend, because I am on fire. And then you can do tournaments here. Let's see if they have anything cool to say. No, they're just playing. Triple Triad, Master, and Trader. Triple Triad is taking Eorzea by storm. Care to try your hand at this entrancing new card game? Another challenger is born. Welcome to the world of Triple Triad, where you pit your cards against an opponent in a tense battle of skill, strategy, and an odd dose of luck. Here at the MGS, I'm pleased to present all new players with the cards they need to get started. To play a match, however, you'll need to build a deck composed of 5 cards. And I suggest speaking with the nearby Triple Triad Trader should you wish to expand your card collection. You're now able to challenge opponents. The new cards can be obtained from a number of sources. Play against the Triple Triad Master to learn the basics of the rules of the game. You must use the cards in your inventory to register them to your card list, and then you can view them in the Gold Saucer option found under Character. Access your card decks, also located within Gold Saucer, and build a deck. Okay, so how this works in a nutshell, visually, items we're going to open. I'm just going to move this so it's not blocked by chat. You use cards when you get them. Character, Gold Saucer, and then card list will tell you which ones you have. Card decks, you can build a deck. We're just going to put pop, drag, 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 and drag. And then we'll save it. There we go. We have a ready deck. To this day, you haven't unlocked Triple Triad with your main. Oh, goodness. Well, now you get to see all of it in glory. And since we built the deck, we can challenge the Triple Triad Master, I think. Well, aren't you a handsome one? Thank you. Welcome to Card Square, home of the Triple Triad tables. What's Triple Triad, you ask? Why, it's only the mind-bending, pulse-pounding, maddeningly Moorish card game that's taken the realm by storm. But don't take my word for it. Behold! Can you not feel the tension in the air? Form a hand of 5 cards and play the role of Field General, sending your bravest into battle. Should you wish to learn the rules and experience the excitement for yourself, you need only ask. Start today and we'll even throw in some complimentary cards to help you on your way. You can face off against a single opponent at any time, or if you crave an even greater test of your skills, take part in one of our regular tourneys. And believe me when I tell you, there's no feeling quite like standing triumphant on the battlefield after vanquishing all comers. You really should try it. A minute to learn, a lifetime to master. Triple Triad. But I'm getting carried away. You have a tour to finish. Wonder Square is next. Not that there's any hurry. If you'd like to play a hand or two before you go, you need but say the word. So, may as well play a hand, though, just so we can see how Triple Triad actually works. Although, this guy's a master, so he's probably going to kick my butt. Match fee 5, reward 10. Maybe not. Cat girl with bunny ears looks so wrong. Hey, why? It's just extra hearing. Why not? We'll challenge. We'll go crazy. We'll explain kind of how the game works. All open. Let's see. All open. I believe that just means you can... Both decks are placed face up, so you can see everything they're doing. So, you can place a card. They have a variety of numbers here on the sides, and then basically that determines in which direction they do combat with another creature. So, for example, this one is defending on this side with a 1. So if I play something with a higher number, it will win, and then it will flip to my color. If he plays something higher on one of my sides, it will flip my card. And so, like, I want a 3 here. If it's tied, it won't do anything. Why not? We'll go crazy. We'll put our bomb over here. We'll flip this guy. He places a Tonberry 2/2/2. It's a bad place to place a Tonberry. You know what? We'll just go right here. He flipped my guy. And then there's no way that he's going to be able to flip anything, so we'll just put this guy here, and I will have won. So that's it in a nutshell. You can challenge all kinds of NPCs and stuff. And other players, I guess, if the Battle Hall is what it says it is. But Battle Hall... I don't know, I've actually never done Battle Hall, so I guess we'll find out someday. This symbol means that they have a challenge available. This one means that they have a card you can win. So there's lots of places you can play Triple Triad. But that's all we need to see from Triple Triad for now. Let's roll over to the tournament official, just because it's a blue quest, let's unlock it. Enjoying your forays in the competitive world of Triple Triad. Our new short tournament selections. The first of these trimmed down tourneys is the Open Tournament, held on a regular schedule. This 8-person competition is designed for fair and balanced play. You don't even need your own cards to enter. Each player builds a 5-card deck from a random selection of cards and participates in 3 matches. The winners and the rewards are based on overall results of these games. I'm actually not familiar with this. To enter an open tournament, speak with the tournament official as a solo player during an active registration period. The official also provides useful information such as schedule details and rule explanations. The second concise contest available to you is the Invitational Tournament. These options allow you to invite up to 7 of your friends or bitter rivals and create your own exclusive event. The rules of the game are yours to decide. The structure of the competition is otherwise the same as an open tournament with regards to the number of matches played and how winners are ranked. Oh, and not to worry if you're a few members short of a full party. Our house champions will step in to make up the numbers. It's pretty fun. Not a lot of people play it, so I just get steamrolled by NPCs. Nice. Okay, we'll have to give these things a go. We're probably not just going to flood the stream with, gold saucer content today, but we'll have to at least try one of everything at some point. New tournament modes unlocked. Cool. Yeah, like some of these things I've never even done on my main. So let's roll over to the next zone. We grabbed this Ethernet. So you want to be a jockey. Beyond this door lies the Chocobo Square and Minion Square, blah blah blah. Let's go. Simcock, huh? Continue straight ahead to register your Chocobo at the race counter. The Lord of our Minion tables can be found to the right. I heard the Saucer's Kitchen claim all abandoned Chocobos. Oh! No wonder there are so many chicken side dishes. Good grief. 8 minutes until the next gate. Okay, good to keep in mind. We'll try to jump into a gate, I guess. You don't have anything to say. Grab this Ethernet here. And we'll go over here and talk to Delulu Relulu. This passage leads to the Chocobo Racing Course. When post time draws near, we will provide further instructions. I wonder if I have time for a swing at Cuffacur before the next race. Track and feed trader, so this is stuff that we'll actually do as we unlock racing Chocobos. But we have to go through a little tiny quest to actually do that. Are you content to merely amble through life, shuffling forward step by step at a snail's pace? Imagine the wind in your hair as you cross the finish line atop a Chocobo, the thrill of competition, and the joy of triumph. Would that not be far, far greater? But that you are here speaks desire already present, does it not? I think this morn a new jockey is born. Alas, a jockey cannot compete without a suitable steed, a race Chocobo to be precise. Mayhap you think to nominate your own personal Chocobo. If so, strike the thought from your mind at once, for only a Chocobo trained for the task will suffice. But fear not, my friend, for it so happens we have a surplus of fledglings in the need of new companions. In fact, to any who wish to don the mantle of Chocobo jockey, the Manderville Gold Saucer will generously gift a race Chocobo. You need only journey to Moogle's Gift Mountains in Bent Branch Meadows, where fledgling race Chocobos receive their initial training. So those give Chocobos away for free, and yet I can't get a company Chocobo? Come on. Make your intentions known to the trainer named Catering, and she will see you matched with a suitable steed. Okay. Summoning Bell, which I actually do have access to Retainer Stone. No! That's something we'll need to make sure we do. Talk to the Retainer Vocate. It's alright, Boko. The people here will take good care of you. He's given up his Chocobo. Or just storing it. Hey look, Cuffacur. Why not? Let's go crazy. Smack it. Boom! I love how I jump to punch. I got 25 for that. Sweet. Alright, we're gonna do the Verminion area real fast before we head back upstairs. I spent all my MGP on you, mate, so we better win. Squee! Yeah, good luck, it's an imp. The Finer Miner. We'll have to try every game at least once. Play around with the Finer Miner? Okay, so what do? Take up the pickaxe. Oh, so we just want it to be as high as possible without going over? What on earth? Okay, swing the pickaxe to locate the hidden ore. The closer you are, the more the mining gauge is reduced. Try again. You sent something close. I guess so. I'm looking to hit this line as much, or as close to that line. Okay, I get it now. So the finer minor. The first thing we're doing is basically power is my guess. And then we want to try to get as close to that line as we can. That's honestly like the weirdest one I've ever played. Alright, you take up the hatchet. This is just the gathering equivalent. Oh wait, do I want it to be on Titan? Find the sweet spot. So that's not the sweet spot. Something very close. Okay, that one actually makes more sense than the minor one. Congratulations, you may either claim your reward and end the game, or try to earn an even larger payout. But remember, if you fail, all previous rewards are forfeit. My current payout is 50, but I can double down to 100. And you have double down opportunities remaining 5? Are you serious? Good grief. Okay, something very close. Something very close. Gotta be the other way, I guess. Yo! I can still double down. Dude, this... How much can you earn from this? It takes a long time, though. Oh my goodness. Double down. I'm guessing it's gonna go away with this timer, so I'm gonna just say yes to see what happens. Oh wow. I got super lucky. No, let's not double down. Let's actually just take the 400 MGP. Sweet. I don't think I've ever done either one of these before. Master Eorzeon, how do you know that? Your minion army is in good trim, I trust. I, for one, would not wish to contend with a seasoned adventurer, no matter how the field of battle. Calamari owned by the Gold Saucer? I haven't seen that before. She's usually such a sweet girl. I think I'll let him think he's winning, then BAM! Hehehe! Overwhelming numbers? That's the best strategy. Let me see what they say. Every minion is a Mandragora. Oh, how so? And then there's the Moogle's Paw over here. Yeah, Wind Up Alpha from the Gold Saucer. Alright, so let's see. We press this one to go over. Oh, we hold it to go over. Okay, I'm gonna have to try that one again. Alright, so we hold it. We want the small ball, right? What? I was like right on top of the thing. Is it supposed to be like where the paw is? Because it's Moogle's paw? Like, am I touching it with the paw now? Is that... Okay. I don't even know. I feel janked, though. I seriously don't understand where the actual hitbox is for this. Like, I'm right on top of it now. Try again. Like, I swear. It doesn't tell you where to try to, like, line it up. We'll actually do these minion things and stuff as I explain kind of how to do tournaments for lots of MGP. I can't seem to make it into the top 10. Maybe I should select my minions by their merit rather than their adorability. You know, that would make sense. Because I do have a short that actually talks about how you can make tons and tons of MGP using tournaments. You do have to be a little bit farther than we are, though. Just a little bit in, like, Stormblood. It's a claw game, so you need to be aware he can grab it, aka in his paws. I did that. I did like 2 to 3 different locations. None of them were working. Should you be looking to return to Entrance Square, this passage will lead you there. I was on top of it. I was at where the paws were. Like, all of it. Dad, I'm hungry, and I miss Ma and Sis. What is he staring at? He's staring at her. What the? Today's my lucky day, or perhaps tomorrow. He's like just staring at the lift operator this whole time while his kid's like, where's Mom? Where's Sis? Jeez. Alright, Luena. Oh, she has two of them. Passion for fashion. I dressed precisely as I was told, to receive such a dreadful score, not to mention humiliating criticism. You wish to know what's bothering me? That as well, for I wish to unburden myself. I've been having a frustrating time with the fashion report, the challenge they recently introduced. Yes, I, who can play any game here blindfolded and spun around, struggle with it. To be fair to myself, though, it has a subjective element. If you have a mind for fashion, perhaps you would like to try your hand at the challenge. Go to Wonder Square and seek out Mask Rose, but be warned, the barbs on that man's tongue have barbs on their tongues. Alright, how dare they claim it wasn't a proper Yaku? Don't they know a winning hand when they see one? No, I certainly don't. Yes, what do you want? I'm afraid you found me in a rather foul mood. I've had a run of poor luck with that new game, Mahjong. I hear it's all the rage in Doma, although it seems the Gold Saucer's clientele struggle to wrap their feeble minds around its intricacies. With the endless supply of shameless cheats and bumbling novices, I've yet to find a decent opponent. Perhaps you would provide me with more of a challenge. Yes, some fresh meat could be just what I need. Run along to the Manderville tables and get yourself acquainted with the basics, would you? Yes, Leap of Faith is up. We will roll over there and jump in it. No pun intended. What you got for me? Come on, what you got? Nothing? We will come right back here to Mini Cagpot after we ensure entrance into Leap of Faith. I'm afraid we're going to have to ask you to leave. Oh. But first things first, grab the Aetheryte. So, the handy thing about the gates is that you can find them pretty much no matter where you are by just going to the Aetheryte. And then down to where you see Yojimbo and Chupon, Gatekeeper, and they'll tell you there, or take you there. If you wish to participate in Leap of Faith, pray make haste to Round Square. And now it's time to introduce ourselves to Final Fantasy XIV Masochist Edition. I love this one, actually. It's, the two boys are like, come on! Where is it? He just says, ask your mother, boys. But these guys say, why do they call it round square, or round, or why do they call it square if the hall's round? But I haven't been able to, there we go. Why do they call it a square if the hall's round? Ask your mother, boys. Think you have what it takes to hop and skip and jump your way to victory? Then step right up and try your luck at Leap of Faith. Masochist. Anyone who enjoys Leap of Faith is a masochist. There's just no denying it. Simple jumping puzzle. You're funny. And if you're feeling especially daring, we've placed several trophies throughout the course. Reach them before you finish, and your reward will be that much greater. All party members must be in location, so we're good. I actually will probably do a jump guide, just because there are some nitpicky things and tricks that go along with it. But try to pay attention, and we'll see what we can cover in a more general sense right here. I actually don't ever activate sprint, just because it throws me off, because it does change the amount of, or it does change the distance that you jump. You do have to pause on the cactuars themselves, and when you're doing a big jump for a little gap, then make sure that you give yourself some extra leeway. And nothing over there. Okay. These are full-size jumps, so basically you hold forward and then you get going. Oh, we missed the mushroom. That one launches us up. This one gives us a speed buff, and then we use that to jump at the very edge there, otherwise we will fall. And then we run. There's nothing to collect if you grab the speed one, and there's nothing that you miss by not taking the jump either. So either one is fine, and you will end up at the same spot. So we run over here, grab this guy. Fun thing is that you can actually jump and then hold the reverse, and that sometimes saves you from going too far. So big jump, and then so like I'm pressing forward while jumping, and then it's like W, and now I'm holding S. That does help sometimes. You can also do short jumps by like barely pressing the button before you jump. Like that's a full jump, this is a full jump, and then this is a short jump. So, like you see, I barely had W pressed before I jumped. That is how you can kind of control the length of your jump. There's like 3 different stages of jump you can do. There's the full, I just barely did it for a little bit, and then kind of one in between. And it just takes practice to get to know them. Once you do get to know them, you can kind of run through stuff fairly easily. I think I actually would have fallen off on that one, but I was holding S, so that helped. Like, this is a full jump, that's a tiny jump. This can be a full jump if you give yourself some leeway. If it's a high jump, treat it like a full jump. So like this one, you're going lower, so you're gonna go farther. So do a full jump with extra space, or do a short jump. And I messed up on that one. Alright. Alright. Game face is on now. Okay, like that's a full jump. See, I'm clearly standing off that, but because I was hitting S, like I can run safely back. That's why we use the reverse trick. Does that make sense? This one, you can actually skip, I think. Yeah. Not all leap courses are the same. There are a number of them, so you can't just try to remember that for the future. Just kind of have to learn what you can gauge and not. You can take the easier route and you can go straight to the goal, or you can go for the golden cactuar to get the extra points. So that one, interestingly, is over there, but we could go up there and just... Alright, so that one, I feel like that's too far away. That one you can make it, but if you're gonna do a full run, you're gonna go too far. So you gotta give it some leeway, like right there. This is a really high jump, so that, remember, we treat high jumps like full jumps, so we just give it lots of space. This is a high jump, so we do full jump. This is a high jump, so we do full jump. And there we go. High jumps are full jumps. Whoop! Don't want to fall off the thing there. And then, important thing to note for Leap of Faith is touch the goal. Did you see how it flashed? That means even if I fall off, I'm good. I've still counted as complete. So, like, if I time out and I've touched the goal, I get all the rewards. If I don't touch it, it doesn't know, and I lose my rewards. That also means that I can come back here to this. I can go all the way up and not have to worry about losing progress and rewards. Let's see. That one. I think we get up there this way. Just run. Okay, there we go, and boom. There we go. I'll just jump up here with you, Mr. Seeker of Blood. Okay, let's see my peeps here. I mean, they're out there. Somewhere out there. You guys doing okay? Are you partying at the start line? What do you think? Should I hang out for you, or should I just leave? Lala's in the air, so true. Oh hey, look, there's Guy Man. Oh no, that was brutal to see. So actually, one thing you can do with the goal thing is, I'm not sure if these are reachable again. But you could look at... Oh, you got the goal already, okay. You could look at seeing if it's possible to jump back and then go for the cactuars. I don't know. I've never actually tried, because I always go straight for the cactuars. Alright, well... You know what, actually? I'm going to take a quick break, grab a little bit of water. If we're still not done with the thing, I'm just going to pop us out. Well, I'm going to pop out and continue. But hopefully we can make some good progress while I'm grabbing that drink. So, 1 second. Oh, that was needed. You should give up on the cactuars? Yeah, I mean, you'll still get a good reward even if you don't get them, so. Alright, hopefully some of you learned at least some good tips and tricks on how to do Leap of Faith. I'm going to, for the sake of the stream, and so that the video and the highlights aren't too long, I'm going to actually just jump out of the goal. You are welcome to join me whenever. And just pay attention to the talk as I go. But I mean, we got 4,000 MGP for doing that. It's like, it's nothing to sniff at. And if you're using like a voucher, you'll get an extra, what is that, 600, so you'd get like 4,600, something like that. Alright, while I continue the Gold Saucer actual tour, feel free to keep doing that. What in the 7 was that thing? She's talking about this thing. A cucumber, I think. Did you see him try and touch me bum? Oh, goodness gracious. Alright, so we'll take the... back to the Aetheryte, because that's close to the... what is this one called? Main counter, I guess. Yeah, so we need to talk to main counter for Cactpot. Mini Cactpot. Welcome, Fair Traveler. Care to test your luck with a Mini Cactpot ticket? Yes! Splendid, sir. Now allow me to explain. Mini Cactpot is a game of chance, available to you thrice every day. Playing is simplicity itself. Just guess the value of the covered numbers to win it big. If Naimea's Grace is with you, you'll be rewarded with MGP galore. So, do you feel lucky? Alright, so it resets every day at 8 a.m. Earth time. Well, for me. Uncover any 3 numbers. Based on that information, guess the sum of each line. Finally select a single line. The payout of MGP will depend on the total of sum you have chosen. Alright. One thing for jumping. I would not hold S when jumping because it doesn't affect the trajectory. Just press nothing until I know where I landed. You know? I have actually had been successful a lot, so... I mean, take it or leave it, but it worked for me. Alright, so anyway, Mini Cactpot. You just pay your 10 MGP, select 3 numbers from the 8 hidden on your ticket. You'll then select one of 8 lines. So when it's talking about the lines, it's this way, this way, this way. The arrows denote them. So you are going to pick a number. I generally like to uncover the 7 or the center if I don't have anything right off the bat. But the reason that I would do that is because look at these payouts. The total of 6, meaning 1, 2, and 3, will give you 10,000. That's obviously the one you want the most. But 7, 8, and 9, making 24, will be 3,600. That's your best other one. 6, 8, and 9 will be 1,800. So you want either 1, 2, 3, or the higher numbers. Everything else is just kind of negligible. Even though there's like 1,000 and 720, if you get them, great. If not, whatever. So we have 7 here. We want options. We don't know where 1, 2, or 3 are. We're not going to be able to uncover a lot about them. So we're looking for where 7, 8, and 9 then are. It's obviously got to be one of these 2 if it's going to happen. So 6, 7, and whatever is not going to make 24. So we go, one of these 2. This one would probably unlock a little bit more. And then, so that's 5. So neither of these is going to give us 23 or 24. So we should aim for 1, 2, and 3 if we can, which means this one is the only line that doesn't have any selected. So there's a chance, a low chance, that it will be 1, 2, 3. That's my version. Cena has a trick for mini cactpot, she says, so I would love to hear it. Please type it out for us so we can all hear. Alright, so 2, 8, 3. We got 72. There was no 1, 2, 3. There was no 7, 8, 9. 7, 9, and 5. That's 16, 21. We could have gotten 1,080. Oh well. I'm going to go for the 10,000. I'm just gonna. But what you got for us, Cena? And then thank you for your patronage. Would you like to play again? You can just say yes again and you'll be able to do up to all 3. Alright. Always make a Y shape. That way you have at least one number in any of the 8 rows. So I assume you're talking like boom, 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 and boom. So you're going to cover all your bases. So I'm actually going to do the center because that will be part of the Y shape. I want to know if this is going to make me a 1, a 2, or a 3. If the card has a 1, 2, 3, you will find it. Okay, okay. We'll roll with this one because that will tell us if this one is 1, 2, 3 as well, which it's not. And if it's 1, 2, 4, we actually get 36, which is the lowest possible. Now, here Cena would do this one to make the Y. Personally, I would probably... You know what? We'll see. There's a 3. So it's not going to be 1, 2, 3. There's no 7, 8, 9. So... honestly, at this point, I just kind of go with whatever. Where the 7 and 8s are going to be... I mean, it's really not going to make much of a difference. So... but we could get 6, 7, 9, which would be 23. So I'm going to go here. 8, 6, 5, we got 36. Oh, well. No matter what, though, it's only earning you MGP. Every time you come, just make sure you do it, because it costs 10, and the lowest you can make is 36. Let's see, 9, 8, 5. I just had to see. So that means that none of these are going to be 1, 2, 3, because that can't. 1, 2, 3 can't. 1, 2, 3 can't. 1, 2, 3 can't. Nothing is 1, 2, 3. But, and we cannot earn 9, 8, 6, 9, 8, 7. So we're just going to go here and earn 54. Oh well. There's a couple of different tricks you can use there. Make the Y shape, or kind of go with the 9, 8, 7, 1, 2, 3 approach. Congratulations on your 10K, guy man. So yeah, 3 times every day. There's also the weekly cactpot, which we will get to shortly. And we'll continue on the tour. We will follow the quest, so we will go now. Instead of doing clockwise, we're just going to follow. We're going to go kind of counterclockwise. First, we'll talk to this gatekeeper because it's part of the quest. You look lost, honey. Why don't I show you around? I've been dying for some company. Wink, wink. Feast your eyes on Wonder Square. From gripping games and awe-inspiring attractions to the finest in dining and the freshest of refreshments, there's no end to the wonders housed within these walls. And let's not forget the most wondrous of them all, El Colosso, as we lovingly call our mammoth cactuar mascot. Raise your hand if you actually knew his name was El Colosso, because I certainly did not. In the star of some of our most popular events. Is the star. Suffice it to say, you won't want to miss them. Now, I know what you're thinking. With everything going on with the Gold Saucer, how can I ever hope to keep up? But you needn't worry. My fellow gatekeepers and I will always be on hand so that you don't miss a thing. For the continuation of the tour, I've been instructed to direct you into the waiting arms of my colleague Valida at the Cactpot board. She's one of our most popular girls, and once you meet her, I'm sure you'll understand why. Well, ta-ta for now. Alright. You know what's fun? This is fun. Whee! And actually, we need to hit the Ethernet shard that's right here anyway. You didn't get flirted with! Man. I wonder if Valida will flirt with you. Let's see, there's nothing as part of the quest here, so we'll just go down. I guess there is something up there, so if we start up and then go down, gravity will help us out. Sprinty sprint. It's hard to know where everything is at first, to be honest. There are 2 Ethernets on this one, though, so you just need to make sure you get that. Okay, Mahjong Tutor. Oh, cliffhanger is already underway. Listen, I'll have the money ready by next week, I swear. Oh, you're not a debt collector? What a pleasant surprise. In that case, you must be here to learn how to play Doman Mahjong. I'm the resident tutor at your service. Are you by chance familiar with the game? I know my pawn from my Ron, if that's what you mean. I don't, actually. That's not the one where the loser drinks marble bile, is it? You're actually decent at cliffhanger? Well, it is... It's hard not to be, but I am glad. Caught me for a friend. I will show you some tricks for cliffhanger, actually. Is that what passes for entertainment in Eorzea? Perhaps all these rumors about pirates and their drunken antics are true. Anyway, Mahjong is a far gentler affair. 4 players sit around a table, collecting tiles and scoring points. Thankfully, you'll find there's no shortage of opponents against to whom to pit your wits. If you prefer, you can even practice against automata. They gloat less than their flesh and blood counterparts. 2. Should you have any questions, please don't hesitate to ask me. And may I say, I'll be very interested to see how quickly you rise to the ranks here at the Gold Saucer. Every little thing she does is Mahjong. Alright, so we have Mahjong. We will get there. We will play Mahjong someday. But for right now, we're just doing this quest. I will show cliffhanger. That uniform serves what? What'd you say? I want your words. Tell me. Any complaints regarding staff attire can be taken up with the management. What did he... He said something. I know he did. That uniform serves only to objectify and is an insult to her inner beauty. What? Who? Hers? Like the dress? What? Because that's a dude there. Winkin. Let's see. Specialty drinks, blah blah blah. You can't order anything. We have some time. We have about 8 minutes before, a total of 8 minutes from the start before the gates are expired. So we'll talk to Masked Rose. Oh, a new challenger has come to pit his stylish sensibilities to the test. Welcome to the fashion reports, good sir. What? Is everything quite all right? Is that you, Redolent Rose? I've never talked to Redolent Rose. How would I know? What is this programming? Excellent. Full glad am I to hear it. Now then, I believe this is your first time participating in the fashion report. Allow me to explain the concept and the rules. Fashion is a form of self-expression. What we wear is a reflection of who we are within. Be it a conscious effort or no, this choice brings us individuality to the fore. Brings our individuality. Some folk are drawn to vibrant colors. Others may favor a loose fit or comfort. And while 'tis well and good to dress to one's preferences, a man cannot prefer that which he does not know. The world of fashion is vast and at times daunting, but if we have the courage to step into the unknown, we may discover wonderful new ways of self-expression we had never considered. And for no other reason than to encourage folk to take that first step, I created this challenge, the Fashion Report. The rules are simple. I shall assign you a theme, based upon which you are to attire yourself to the best of your abilities. I shall then judge you and award you a score. Participating is free, and there's a host of fabulous prizes to be won, courtesy of Manderville and Manderville. If you wish to know the finer points of the game, my lovely assistant Kasumi shall attend you. You can actually win 60 to 69,000 every week just for putting on some generally easy gear. I look forward to giving you my unadulterated, brutally honest evaluation of your fashion sense. Steel yourself and let me know when you're ready to undertake the challenge. To do that, though, you're going to want to look at the weekly guides that are posted, just because there are people that figure this stuff out and what the easiest thing that you can wear to earn the minimal score for 60,000 is. And so, like, if you look at it, I think you'll generally find it Fridays. Let's roll over to the gate. It's 5:04. We've done everything we need to here. We'll be around the Gold Saucer. We'll see other people as we go. We'll be back, because we've got daily and weekly things. I would have stayed if you hadn't kept looking at me. I would have stayed hidden. We'll never win the Durai Memorial if you two don't learn to work together. The pressure that people are putting on their kids. Good grief. This is Captain Planet Force or something. She's just chilling. And they're just chatting. Moogle's paw. I rue your existence. Alright, we'll take the launcher. He just talks about the launcher, so we're just gonna skip him. Just gonna take the launcher up. Go here, grab an Ethernet shard. Although we're running out of time. So we'll grab this Ethernet. We'll go to the gate person, which is just right across the way there, so... And then at some point we can take an Ethernet back to Cactpot board Ethernet area, and then we'll go finish up there. But let's at least see Cliffhanger. Alright, Cliffhanger is like the easiest one of all the things. This guy says, "My poor defenseless chocobo," and then you just avoid some bombs and you jump up some stuff. It's not jump puzzle, it's just jump timing, really. So like, you can run through it super fast. The bomb explosion radii are actually pretty big, so... but they actually do take a long time to explode. So you just run right through. Ba-ba-da. If you see the bomb is like super orange, just wait. And then just jump this gap and jump up here. Super duper easy. Lost hatchling, get 3,000. Takes like 30 seconds, and then you just whee, roll out. So we'll go back to I will. You guys can finish up here. What was it, Cactpot board? Then you can pay attention to the audio for the Cactpot itself. Dude's just chilling around a table. You'd best not let one of the attendants hear you. A kiss for good luck? That'll be 50 MGP. 50 MGP. Rig away, I've won 3 drawings straight. I can't win a thing. I'm starting to think the lots are rigged. Alright, and then this lady said something here too. I think they're on like timers or something, so they don't speak as often. Anyway, we'll talk to Velita. Velveeta Cheese. Greetings, handsome. I've been waiting for you. I'm Velita, and I'd like to personally welcome you to Event Square. The most spacious of all the areas in the Gold Saucer, Event Square is a veritable cornucopia of pleasure and delight. Doubtless the sizable stage in the middle of the square has caught your eye. That is the scene of some of our most sensational attractions, so don't be shy about taking center stage. And after the curtain has fallen, why not try changing your life forever? At Jumbo Cactpot, all you need is a handful of MGP and a head full of dreams. Just choose 4 numbers and cast your hopes to the heavens. You never know when Naimia will smile down on you. Now, as much as I've enjoyed getting to know you, I'm afraid it's time for us to part. The next and final leg of your tour takes you to Round Square. Don't think too hard about the name, darling. Even I'm not sure what it's supposed to make sense. Alrighty. And then Jumbo Cactpot Broker tells us what's going on. Alright. You purchase a ticket, blah 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 blah, check your digits, blah blah blah. I'll show you how it works. So every week, Saturday evenings at resets, you can come and you can buy a Jumbo Cactpot ticket. It looks like they're expensive when you don't have a lot of MGP. It's like 100, 150, and then 200. But you will gain like 1,000-ish at the minimum. So it's, again, like the mini Cactpot. It's only going to make you MGP. So what you do is you pick 4 numbers, and that's what you want for, or that's what you're saying you want to choose. If it picks those 4 numbers, you win a massive prize, you win tons of MGP, and you get a Mad Bird ring to show off, basically. Honestly, every time, I just do the random, because you've got, what, 10, 100, 1,000, 10,000 possibilities. I'm just going to go random, and purchase this ticket for 100 GP. And then buy another ticket. Yes, because I honestly don't care. I don't have a strategy here. It's just not worth the time. I mean, you could go all the same last number or something, and I'll explain kind of how that works. But like, every week they're gonna pick a random number, and if your last digit matches the last digit, then you'll get an increased prize from the base. If your last 2 digits match, then you'll get an even more increased. If the last 3 digits match, you'll get an even bigger prize, and if all 4 digits, then you get the grand prize. I won't be able to check that right here because she says this week's number has yet to be announced, so it doesn't really give me any details there. The next place is going to be Round Square, but I want to see what these guys say. My lucky numbers? Why, 1, 2, 3, 4, of course. I wish it was if any of the numbers matched. I know, right? So anyway, what I was saying about that strategy, if you want to do it, like you can put all the last numbers to be the same, and that way if you happen to get the last number matching, which is a 1 in 10 chance, then you'll get 3 times that prize. I just don't care enough to do it. So let's roll over. We did not grab the... I did, actually. Round square. I did. Alright. And then we'll talk to the gatekeeper as part of the quest. Are you the first time visitor I was told to expect? 1,000 welcomes to the Gold Saucer, and 1,000 welcomes to Round Square. How can a square be round, you ask? I'm not sure I understand the question. Moving on to more important matters, is that lofty peak not a sight to behold? That is Mount Corel, the main attraction here at Round Square. One of our most thrilling events pits our customers against each other in a challenge to see who can most swiftly scale its heights. I tell you, the view from the summit is a sight to behold. And that concludes the tour of the Gold Saucer. While I'm sure you're eager to start your enjoying yourself, pray do not forget to return to the main counter and claim your complimentary gift. Now, so there are some of the games that we haven't tried. There are events we haven't tried. You know, a few things here and there, but I think we're gonna call that good for... Oh, I didn't grab Minion Square. I'm gonna go do that real fast. But we will be back to the Gold Saucer, so we will explore all the content here at some point or another. Old enough to waddle, old enough to race. That's ambitious. Yeah. And then I will take it to the main counter. Solidarity. I'm glad you forgot to. You now have access, blah, blah, blah. We'll go Gold Saucer and Ethernet. Actually, I'm just going to go to this one. Gold Saucer information. Welcome back, honored guest. I trust that you've come away with the tour with a greater appreciation of all the Gold Saucer has to offer. Honestly, there is lots of stuff to do here. It's a good place to hang out and have fun. As a token of our appreciation for your patronage, it is my pleasure to offer you a complimentary gift from the personal vaults of our esteemed proprietor. Well, knock me down with a chocobo's tail feather. Is that a new customer I see? Haha, I could hardly have picked a better time to drop in for an impromptu inspection. Thank you, Roland. Who are you? Master Roland! Yes, this gentleman here has but this moment completed his introductory tour. He's wearing the Setzer garb. Is that so? Well, allow me to personally welcome you to the Gold Saucer. I am Roland, good sir, the fellow entrusted with overseeing the daily affairs of this fine establishment on behalf of our esteemed proprietor, a great man if ever there was one. You're an adventurer, yes? Aye, your dress and bearing told me as much. I dare say, then, on your travels, you have seen firsthand the difficulties which plague our nation. Witnessed the struggles of Alamigos displaced masses, and those whose homes were consumed in the fires of the calamity. The Sultanate is not unsympathetic to their plight, of course, yet how can one begin to provide succor to such countless multitudes? One man had an answer. Godbert Manderville had a dream of a house of untold wonders that would provide stable employment and lodgings to the displaced, mirth and merriment to the disconsolate, and prosperity and plenty to the Sultanate at large. To many of our patrons, the Gold Saucer is merely Eorzea's foremost entertainment venue, a place to forget about their cares for the day. To me, it is one of the founding stones upon which our realm will be rebuilt, a miracle wrought by the hand of the greatest man I have ever known. Something tells you understand that which I have told you, that you perchance share a similar dream, but I shall keep you no longer. The Gold Saucer and all its wonders await you, my friend. Pray enjoy them to your heart's content. Till we meet again, may the spinner's pull ever be kind. So we get some complimentary MGP tokens, which if you use them before you buy over here, then you just won't be able to get any because you'll have... Oh, not these ones. MGP vouchers are 200. And then we get 5 free plays of any of the small games. Not Jumbo Cacbot, Mini Cacbot, Chocobo Racing, Triple Tribe. Okay. Yo! The Manderville Gold Saucer actually took a... Yeah, that shoulder is sharp. Good grief. Took up a lot more time than I thought it would. We still got some time, of course. But let's hit up, I guess, Western Thanalan to do some of these quests and stuff. So let's return to Old Da and go Western. You know what, actually, screw it. We're all in a party. We're going to teleport there. And I'm going to just let you piggyback. Alright, because we got a couple quests that are actually fairly close. And we have to do this one before we can actually get our chocobo. So that will be helpful. Alright, this is one we're going to have to disband for. You done got found out, son. Good thing there was a goblin there. An adventurer? What are you doing out here? No, wait, let's find some cover first. I thought that's what you were doing in the bush. The Immortal Flame sent you? How do I know you're not an Imperial spy? You don't even have a uniform. Because there's Immortal Flames right there. Are you alright, sir? Our scouts reported the attack on your craft. We've come to rescue you. Eorzeon Explorezion, yes? Glad to have you with us. I don't understand the mask in front of the eyes. What is the point? Someone tell me. You've got to know better than I do. I've not seen a craft with this design before. That traitor Garland has been busy. The secrets of Magitek are ours by right. They're not to be squandered upon the savages of this land. Sunlight reflection off the sand? I mean, maybe, but it's 1, night, and 2, a lot of them wear it, even when others are not wearing it. We're taking this craft back to the fortress. Dismantle it if you must, and bring the engineer. Someone must pay for Garland's crimes. They mean to take up the ship back to Castra Meridianum, along with your friend. Wedge, you have to help him. That fool of a Lalafell was hiding inside the tiny Bronco. Ah, good old Biggs and Wedge, the classic Final Fantasy stolen from Star Wars trope. Nice looking ship, though not the best place to have taken shelter, I agree. It's the first airship we've built since the Calamity, the first since Master Garland, well, since he went missing. After years of work, she was finally ready for her first flight test, and she was soaring, she really was, till they blasted her out of the sky. We attack on my command. Kill them quickly and save the Lalafell if possible. If possible! No. That's non-negotiable. Is that clear, Eorzeon? Show them what becomes of those who play with fire. Charge! We're under attack! 2 arms! Yeah, you are. Here comes Eorzeon to save the day. Iron will these baddies. There we go. Count them all. Where's that vanguard? We need it now. It's over there. Pop a midi. Oops, put that at the wrong time. It's always one fight or flight, two for a long time. Hey, where you going? Get yourself back here. Oh, he's gonna run the other way again, that's right. Yeah! Take that, you big hulk of metal. Biggs! Potato with an onion skin head. Wedge, you shouldn't have stayed with the ship. That was a close one. Too close. How's she look anyway? The auxiliary power propeller is dead loss, but I think we can wring enough thrust from the main propeller to get us airborne. A few minor modifications and we should be able to fly the tiny Bronco home. The Imperials will come looking for their scouts, but we can defend this position until the engineers leave. You should go, Eorzeon. You still have unfinished business to attend at the Hall of the Flames. You're not quite one of us yet, although anyone who's seen you in action today would be forgiven for thinking otherwise. I just wanted to say sorry, you know, for calling you an Imperial spy and all that. Got that one wrong, didn't I? Seriously, though, if you hadn't been, or it hadn't been for you and the Immortal Flames lads there, we'd be chained up in a dungeon by now. I'm in your debt, friend. We both are. Wedge! Funny enough, Biggs and Wedge were Imperial soldiers in Final Fantasy VI. Thank you. We're very grateful. They were also Magitek pilots, which is fitting that they should be, if not Imperial, then still Magitek, you know, pilots and engineers. Alright, the next place we're wanting to head is over here to do our Thaumaturge quest. Oh, I'm like looking for my party members, wondering where they are. They're not in my party. I'm not sure if this one is a separate quest, so we will see. If not, we'll party up again. Whee! Alright, where are you? There you are. Okay. Kokobushi! Excuse me. Hi, Eorzeon. So good of you to come by. My Rogadin friend here is the warrior I mentioned back at the ossuary. Now, there's no time to waste. Why don't you head into the stream and examine the bodies of the slain mages? I would go with you, but with my delicate stomach, I fear I might contaminate the scene. Remember, you're looking for anything that might help us track down this killer. This Lullafell promised me a sack of gil to do what I do best, and that's keeping all the attention on me. Ha! Alrighty then. Yeah, we'll just invite the party. Why not? We got a... Well, their friend's not here yet. Thaumaturge corpse. Thaumaturge corpse. Am I picking them up? I'm carrying 3 bodies again. Good grief. I'm so strong. Alright, then we go back to Busi. Alright. Did you uncover anything incriminating? The blood smeared about the head is still sticky to the touch. The book appears to have been torn apart by something sharp like a claw, and so much blood covers this piece of jewelry that it is impossible to tell from what it is made. I am sure the confidence boost of Busi has nothing to do with shady monsters. Nothing whatsoever. Hee hee, the blood is yet slick to the touch. The slaughter must have been recent indeed. The villain may yet lurk nearby. Return to the creek where the bodies lay and linger for a time. I dare say your aura, saturated as it is with the enticing etheric energy, will lure the Mage Slayer into the open. Have courage, Eorzeon. Our Bradley companion stands ready to leap to your aid. off we go to be bait once again. It's what we do best, after all. Yep, it is a split. Alright. Proceeding. Oh. Burn down this soul sucker imp while the stalwart swordsman draws his attention. Ah, the demon shows its claws. Keep an eye on the MP. One cast, two cast, and three cast just to be sure that we have the full MP. We'll let those guys come to us, and then we'll do AoE. Oh, they are ranged. Oh, wait, but I got a big stalwart swordsman there. Oh, that's right, it's automatically... Oh. Yo, boy is dying. I think he can cure himself. But, it's gonna be trouble. Yeah, homie's gonna die. So I guess it's, not something you can just use AoE on. You're gonna have to take him out one at a time. I'll do it on normal. Oh. I guess sleep would make sense. I didn't think about it. I also wasn't reading, like, any text. It's kind of going auto-fire, to be honest. Yeah, I guess we sleep him. We could just pop this guy down. Yeah, it says put the bugger to sleep. Oh, it says put the big guy to sleep. Interesting, okay. I may as well just kill him now. I mean, he's like super close to being dead. And that guy's still... Oh, he was still asleep. Yeah, this will be fine. It does help to pay attention to your in-battle notifications, I guess. Oh, I don't know why I cast Blizzard there. Oh well. Yeah, so I guess how it wants you to do it is by putting the big guy to sleep, and then going and taking care of the little guys. Interesting. Takes care of that, I'm off to collect the coin. Well, thank you, Stalwart Swordsman. For your wonderful tanking. Alright, let's sprint, and not get caught in those rocks. And back to Boosie. I still think this is ridiculous. I know another character would, like, hit the thing, but I'm small. It seems your partnership with our hired blade went splendidly. It's unfortunate, though, that one of the imps was able to flutter away. Oh, you didn't notice? You wouldn't wish to report to Kokoboha with your trial half finished, would you? Of course not. I'm afraid, however, that the Rogadin has already collected his recompense and departed for the nearest alehouse. What to do, what to do? Surely a thaumaturge of your caliber can handle a single imp, yes? If I'm not mistaken, it fled into the little cave over there. Hurry now before it slips away into some hidden nook or cranny. Alrighty. I will hurry off into this cave, trusting your every word, even though I totally saw you get, you know, absorbed by a demon. And did nothing to stop you. Alright, shaded outcropping. Whatever could this be? What a throw. And what a hit. And he just puts it away. Like, bro, that is not Kokobusi. Well, it is Kokobusi, but a Kokobusi possessed by the void scent that escaped from Mormo's urn. It was feeding on the etheric energy of all those slain thaumaturges. Hee. And you, my dear mana-rich Eorzeon, were to be next. I wanted to absorb your delicious power since the moment we met. A pity this has been such an amusing charade. However, did you see through it? Well, you threw a knife at me. I am Kukabusi's brother. How could I not? It is time I destroyed you, Mormo, and put a stop to these sinister killings. As the eldest, I must take responsibility for my family's misadventures. A coward like you, destroying me? Your opening strike should have pierced my heart, but instead you aimed for the knife. Fear stays your hand. Fear that slaying me will also slay your sibling. Wow. Hee, poor spineless thaumaturge. I shall, however, leave you with a pleasant thought. It was Kokobusi's fervent wish to amass this power. He craved the arcane strength to stand beside his brothers as an equal. What a shame that he must now stand against you. Hee. It pains me to admit, but there is some truth to that creature's words. I've surrendered the perfect opportunity to end this. I betrayed my own teachings. Return to the ossuary and report the completion of your trial, Eorzeon. I will remain here for a time and gather my thoughts. Hey, look, there you all are. Oh, they're all watching cutscenes. Alright, so let's see. We've got one other thing on holy ground. I think that's gladiator. So let's roll down and pick that one up. We'll go up the little ramp that's over here. Poor Kokobusi. You know what I haven't checked in a while? Hunt logs. Let's see if there's anything in Western Thanalan that he's doing. Oh, the footfalls. We're not going up there yet. Prepare for that. Western Thanalan, we'll do a couple of pugilist ones. Eastern, I forgot to do those. Western thaumaturge also needs tortoises and bogies. Next time we go to Vesper Bay, someone remind me to do bogies for all those classes. It's a trap, brother! Man, those are so much easier with a party. That's some fine swordsmanship, Eorzeon. Mila, first sword, certainly knows how to pick them. Even after all these years, I can't quite bring myself to call her that. See, I still remember when her father first brought her to the guild, a wee lass who cried at the sight of naked steel. But to look at her now, you'd swear she was born with a blade in her hand. Not that she had much of a choice, but to rise to the occasion, though. What with all that trouble Aldous got into 7 years ago, he should never have... but enough of my rambling. I'll make my way back to Ulda after a short rest. You go on ahead and tell me that I'm fine. Alright. We're right there, but why not? We're probably not going to be even online too terribly much longer. We're just going to do a little bit of reporting in. So the first thing we'll do is go get our brand company taken care of. Because it's right here. I'm just going to be the lowest class to do this, just in case there's experience. Welcome back, Eorzeon. Word of your deeds in the field has reached me not long ago. Exemplary service. Rest assured that the Garland Ironworks engineers are fine. They were able to get their vessel back in the air before Imperial reinforcements arrived. Your willingness to assist us on such short notice is to be commended. Clearly, your reputation is well deserved. Now then, I believe we have some unfinished business. Shall we continue from where we left off and induct you into the Immortal Flames? Absolutely. Alright. So, we get 300 flame seals for doing this, which is important to note because it costs 200 to get a chocobo. Are you ready, Eorzeon? Then let us begin. Eorzeon Explosion, you stand poised to enter a sacred trust. The flames of Ul'dah burn bright, casting light where there is dark and purging evil wheresoever it lurks. We are ever ready to meet the nation's enemies in battle, be they beastmen, guardians, or worse. And at a word from Flame General Ralban al-Din, we would gladly lay down our lives to maintain the peace and prosperity of Ul'dah. I don't know about gladly. To join our ranks, you must forsake all other nations. Only then may you commit yourself to the fire and be reborn as an immortal flame. Burn is one of us, Eorzeon Explosion, and together we shall chase the darkness from Ul'dah. Will you swear an oath to mark the occasion? Let's see. My sword belongs to Ul'dah. What skills I have belong to Ul'dah. I will follow the Flame General into death. I'm curious. ... I take it you would rather be judged by your deeds. I respect that. We want a man of action, not of words. Wow. Very well, your resolve is plain. Eorzeon Explosion, I hereby confer upon you the rank of Flame Private 3rd Class. Welcome to the Immortal Flames, Private. Right, that's just ridiculous. Like, did you see the facial twitch? He was like, eh. May you fight to the last for coin and country. Oh, and then everybody claps for me. Cool. Got a link shell notification. Can you hear me, Eorzeon? This is Minfilia. An officer of the Immortal Flames contacted me with news of your enlistment. My congratulations, Private Explosion. I have no doubt that you are eager to make the acquaintance of your new comrades, but I would ask that you first pay a visit to your old ones first. Remember, though you are now a Flame of Ul'dah, you are no less a Scion. Pray return to the waking sands at your earliest convenience. Get used to that phrase. There are some friends here whom I would very much like you to meet. We shall be waiting. It seems your presence is required elsewhere. What, you were hearing that? How did you hear that? But before you leave, perhaps you could find a moment to speak with Commander Swift. He is not one to see new recruits go into the field unprepared. You may now accept the quest My Little Chocobo in Immortal Flames by speaking with Swift. It must be completed in order to proceed to the end of the main scenario for A Realm Reborn. Full volume headphones, maybe. Immortal Flames! Hurrah! Let's see. Flame Private 3rd Class. Cool. Now in my reputation, nope, in my profile, I have 3rd Class. So you have to go through all these before you can get a squadron. And we do have access to turn-ins, I believe. So undertake supply and provisioning missions. Supply, provisioning. I don't actually have any classes unlocked, which is why I can't do more deliveries. Expert delivery missions are available upon attaining Flame Sergeant 2nd Class. That one's an important one because you can actually level up your free company by doing turn-ins. You can also just get tons and tons of seals, which you can spend on leveling up your rank and stuff. So now, with Grand Company turn-ins being doable, maybe now is a good time to start unlocking the class, or the classes for the crafters and gatherers, so that you can just do the daily turn-in real fast and level up. Game said you must have a chocobo, or else you can't fight the big bad. Well, yeah, absolutely. Because we ride our chocobos in that one cutscene. You remember? Yeah, you remember the one. Yeah, no, we don't. Swift, My Little Chocobo, Immortal Flames. This one will allow us to get a Chocobo. Blah, 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 blah. I wish to get a Chocobo, yes. And you get 1,400 seals for just going to the PvP area. In the MSQ, you ride that mech. That's why you, oh, yeah, that's why you need a rider's license. You're actually right. It's true, because it's not just the Chocobo, it's the license. Private Eorzeon, I've been keeping a close eye on you as of late. Your efforts on behalf of Ul'dah do us all proud. I understand what the Flame General saw in you. It would not be an understatement to say that it would not be an understatement to say that the future of the Grand Company is riding on your capable shoulders. I'm literally a private. And yet it's also clear to me that you have only begun to tap into the depths of your potential. Your flame burns strong, blah, 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 blah. PvP, Wolves Den. Yeah, we don't care. It's PvP. Alright, so what we need to do is continue the MSQ for a little bit to unlock jobs. We need to do the job quests, or the class quests that are in Ul'dah. We need to unlock our crafters and gatherers so that we can start turning in, so that we can start getting levels. But in order to kind of optimize them at the same time, probably better to unlock them all. So when I unlock the remainder of the classes in the other two cities, I'll just make sure to go and get all of the crafters and gatherers. Let's see. Right now, though, let's report to Mila for Gladiator quest. And then we also have Thaumaturge's Guild, so we'll go to Thaumaturge's Guild first. So we are running kind of out of time for today. Just gonna do some catch up on the quests. Probably call it for the day. Alright, Kokoboha. Kokobuki has advised me of your adventures. It seems the Mage Slayer slithered away, but your stint with the Swordsman was nonetheless successful. Consider this chapter complete. Your time with our Tome of Teaching is at an end. Well, to be completely accurate, or absolutely accurate, there is an addendum with additional advice, but Kokobuki considers it extracurricular. Even I dare not delve into those diabolical depths. I do not yet deign to die, you understand? Alright, Buki, what you got for me? And I am level 26, so I can take the level 25 quest. Perfect. I have yet to inform my brothers of Kokobusi's misfortune. I have yet to reconcile the maelstrom within my own mind. The most fundamental lessons of thaumaturgy demanded I slay the creature where it stood. It was the most opportune moment to strike, minimal risk, and victory all but assured. But how many more will suffer for my hesitation and my cowardice? It will likely be some time, however, before Momo resurfaces to kill again. Now that we have uncovered the deception, the Void Scent will seek a new hunting ground where Kokobusi's face is unknown. And though the respite may be brief, I must devote this time to considering my next course of action. Pray leave me to my musings, Eorzeon. Leave me to my musings, I say. Fine, I'll go bother your brothers. Ah, Eorzeon, I saw you coming this time. I've been more watchful since Kokobuki told us about the dreadful business with Kokobusi. Wait, he said he hadn't. He was right there. When did this happen? We must locate our unfortunate younger sibling as soon as possible and deal with him. But Kokobuki is not his usual unflappable self. It frightens me to see our eldest so indecisive. Terrifies me, in fact. Perhaps you might speak with him and help banish the air of uncertainty. Eorzeon, long have I agonized over Kokobusi's plight, and the measures I might take to extricate him from it. It would not do to call upon my thaumaturge colleagues. No, they would simply seek to obliterate my brother outright. Our teachings from the Yawning Abyss allow for no other alternative. There is, however, one tiny glimmer of hope. I have had word that the scholars who requested the destruction of Mormo's urn have returned from their expedition. They are currently in Camp Drybone, blowing the ink dry on their collective findings regarding that wretched void scent. I would ask that you go to these otherworldly experts of otherworldly phenomena and beg your permission to peruse their work. Okay, so that's Drybone, but we're in Ul'dah right now, so we're just gonna go fill up on our Gladiator quest. Alright. Gladiator. Collect the chapters from the Book of Mormo. I always thought that was funny because it always sounds exactly like Book of Mormon. Gladiator, that's what I'm looking for. Gladiator. Thank your goodness you're all right. I heard all about the ambush at the Hammers. Excellent work. You've been invaluable to the guild, and I cannot thank you enough. In fact, I believe you deserve a much-needed rest. Take some time for yourself and return when you've recuperated. But before you go, speak with Lulutsu. I believe she has a message for you. The very gladiator I was seeking. Lean closer, for I would not have the others hear my words. Aldous sends his regards and requests you meet him at the Lich Yard in Eastern Thanalan. Naturally, I have not divulged this information to the First Sword, as you may have gathered from their previous interactions. She's still rather upset with him, and would likely forbid any further association. Quite understandable, since he was clearly being groomed to become the next guildmaster before that horrible scandal. They would have made such a lovely couple. Forgive me, this is hardly an appropriate topic of conversation. Anyway, you have my word that the First Sword will not hear any rendezvous from me. Alright, so Eastern Thanalan for that one. Eastern Thanalan for the other one. So, present a flame chocobo issuance to me begun, which I need to pick up. Which I don't have any company seals because I haven't actually done any of them, nor done any hunts. But one thing that we can do is real quickly, we can go to the Wolves' Den. In order to get to the Wolves' Den, we have to go to Limsa from Morbid Drydocs. So never mind. Let's see. There's another one here that gives us seals. Which one is it? So you want to be a jockey now, so for coin and country will give us. So next time we go to Minfilia, we'll get some seals, then we can just return to Ul'dah and get our chocobo. But for right now, I've actually got something that's kind of pressing on my time at the moment. We've been at it for almost 2 hours, so I think we're just going to call it there for today. A good stopping point. We'll pick up where we left off on Wednesday. So I will see you next time.